Roll Call is an infinitely better choice than Shield when it comes to the new Knight statue with his talents. And I'm here to tell you why, because Roll Call is OP, and I feel like really being oversighted because of the Shield. It's the obvious choice. I'm here to tell you that maybe not so much. Fellas, grab your coffee, grab your device, and let's head on down to Game by the Beach. Welcome back once again, fellas. Check out our opponent. 3471 crit, max Demon Hunter, max Sword, max Dryad, and a level 15 Zeus. So we've got our work cut out for us right off the bat. But what we're here to talk about today is a little bit more about Knight Statue, because we're still learning how to play Knight Statue. And I'm going to be showing off two different ways of using him, the statue. Two different ways, okay? So, for this first match, we're going to be rocking with Covenant of the Veterans. Took my glasses off, then I expect to read. As well as Barrier, okay? And I think this combination is pretty solid. The reason I'm going Covenant of Veterans and not the Cross, whatever it's called, is because I feel like it's difficult to get all of your Inquisitors onto one Knight statue. I understand that first left side talent, you can put multiple Knight statues on the board, but I feel like having two and then being able to increase the rank of it by using that bruiser interaction by leveling up, merging units next to a Knight statue is really, really worthwhile. And then while we're rocking the second talent is Barrier, that's there just for the shield, which I also think is pretty solid. I'll tell you right now, the second game, we stay with that first right side talent, but the Barrier, we switch to the other one. I think it's called Roll Call or something, to where you sometimes get a boost from one Knight statue getting increased in damage rank. The other one sometimes gets a rank too, 15% of the time. 15% of the time. Which we're going to see whether or not that is worthwhile. And realistically, we're looking at that specific talent of whether we prefer the shield, if the shield is worth it, we know shields are really strong, or if we prefer Roll Call, and if Roll Call is really worth it. So let's take a look at this board right here. We're dealing with shamans already, neither of which, so right there the shield helped us out with the Knight statue. But we did take a hit from that sharpshooter, or on our sharpshooter, I should say. And we're working to try and get our board looking as good as possible. So right there, we've got our first merge rank, our second for our Knight statue. We got a Knight statue up there. I guess we're trying to get a Knight statue next to our first one so that we can get a couple more Inquises on different squares, but we'll have to see what happens here. So that we kind of merged that way so that we could continue to boost that Knight statue, which I think is pretty good. You do have to be a little bit more systematic about what your merges and maneuvers are in order to buff your Knight statue. And I still have the same question. Let's see if anybody can answer it in the comments. For somebody around 3,000 crit, around 7,000 trophies, what is a good number to get to for your Knight statue stack? I think in the second game, the highest we get to is maybe 25, which sounds pretty solid. Each one is 0.8% damage boost. I would love to see the math of what stack equates to what my level 13 Knight statue was already doing. Or is it a boost on top of what my Knight statue is already doing? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, finally we've got a little Knight statue right there. We have a rank 3 on that Knight statue as well. And unfortunately, we're not really going to be able to use any other tiles within our board setup. But I feel like that's not too bad. Just like Mike is definitely set up pretty well. Let me spam. Unfortunately, we're trying to find Inquises. Weren't able to find an Inquis to protect that one. Inquisitor, but it is what it is. And another thing we're going to talk about here is the changes to Sword. Because I'll tell you right now, Sword works very differently since the update. You're going to see that, I believe, I wasn't able to see it live, but I believe if you merge an Ascended Red Sword and it hits one of your units, it automatically 10 stacks, which is probably not the same boost as a 10 stack, a unit. You'll see you see the red orbs on my board already. Those will go fiery very, very quickly off of like 1 or 2 swords. So I'm assuming that's how it works, but I'm not totally sure. And this is also tough, so I think we'd be able to do a little bit better boosting our Knight Statue stack when we're not rocking. This is a War Day battle. It's surprise. You can see it top left. So sometimes you merge 2 rank 1s, and instead of getting a rank 2, you get a rank 3, which is actually really detrimental in this mode. It's more of a hindrance than anything. So typically I would merge everything towards my Knight Statue if I was rocking this on the ladder, but in this game it's really tough to merge because it's a risk every single time. But I want to keep trying to see the swords. Right now his board doesn't look all that impressive. He has 1 rank 5, 1 rank 4, and the rest are rank 1s and 2s, right? Or is that one a rank 6? I think that one's a rank 6. I thought it was a rank 1, but it actually is a rank 6. And you can see with our board, we're still just trying to get an Inquis on a Knight Statue. That rank 3 the rank 1 with a 3 stack, finally, we can level that up. We're going to increase his rank a couple of times because it's also going to increase that Knight Statue. And finally, we're a little bit better of a position. And we are rocking Sharpshooter in this deck, which Sharpshooter is really, really good. However, it's really good at beating decks to where you were already going to beat them. It's not as good at beating decks that you weren't going to beat anyway. What I mean by that, the only time you're going to affect your opponent's board is if you take out the monster before them. So I understand when it gets to 3 bosses, it's a little bit different. Let's see, can I spam and protect that Inquis? Protect the Inquis! Got nothing. That's the second time we were able to spam at least 3 or 4 times to try and protect an Inquis and weren't able to. Definitely unfortunate, which is a waste of all those rides that we just utilized. But yeah, if my opponent is always taking things out quicker than me, then it's never going to help to have that stun come off of our Sharpshooter. But here, okay, so we're talking about the shield, we're talking about the barrier. It's helped a few times. It already has helped a few times. I feel like I've never really noticed games where it's a massive problem that my Knight Statue is not getting ranked up, or a massive problem that my Knight Statue is getting ranked down, I should say. It's definitely helpful. Right there, he took a hit, so our shield is down on that Knight Statue. But again, that's a sword, so it doesn't really matter. Right there, perfect example. I can't point to it. It's all the way over there on the green screen. That bottom left rank 4 Inquis just got hit for the first time by a sword, and now has a 10-stack sword. That must have been the change that just came out, and that is massively problematic. Here we go again. Spammed 4 times, still couldn't protect an Inquis. So we're just getting hit with really, really bad luck. That's the 3rd time there that we've had mana built up, prepared for his Shaman to come down, have spammed in order to protect that Inquis, and weren't able to find an Inquisitor. Really, really problematic. And then right here, you see that we ended up merging because of surprise. We got a rank 3 Inquisitor. So now we've got problems. 24 seconds to go. We're having all sorts of issues here. What can we possibly do? We merge out 2 of my rank 3s, which enables us to get all the way back to our portal. But I think this is the start of the end, if I had to guess. But fellas, if you are enjoying this video, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like the video. If you want to help support the channel for no extra money, whenever you make an in-game purchase, make sure that you guys are going through My Games and using code BEACH. They have the exact same store as in-game, in-app, Premium Pass, Hero Tavern Pass, Platinum, whatever you want. But go through My Games, the website, link is in the description, and use code BEACH for no extra charge. It enables me to continue making the content that you guys enjoy so much. So this board is definitely super ugly. We were able to cleanse a couple of times. We got a rank 3 Dryad that I don't really know what to use at this point. And you can already feel it's starting to slip away. It's starting to get a little bit hectic here. There's a rank 4. We're going to rank up that Dryad over there. That Inquis over there, that should have been a rank 4, a rank 5 already. Oh well, right? Because we couldn't find the right amount of stuff. Gonna get one more Knight Statue. We need one more Scrapper to get an increase, but with 15 seconds, there's a little upgrade right there. Max Knight Statue, I don't mind. 15 and 11 for our Knight Statue stacks. Really important to note, because I think those stacks are unbelievably important, and it's gonna be, at the end of the day, it's gonna be the best talent choice is based on how you can get those stacks to the highest amount. Okay, it might be a little bit self-explanatory, but then again, maybe not. So, a couple of things right there that we're not going to be able to cleanse, not a problem. Now we get a Knight Statue when we don't, or Knight Statue, an Inquis when we don't need it because of the Shaman didn't hit our Inquisitors. I'm not complaining. Little Dryad right there. I don't know if I'm going to eat, yeah. Oh, I just level up an Inquis. That's smart. Okay, rank 6 right there. We've still got our 4 Inquises. Right here you can see his damage is slipping away. 25 seconds. And I feel like we kind of made a comeback. Our rank 3 up here is kind of a shame, right? It's not on a Knight Statue or anything, so it's just kind of hanging out solo to where everything else is working super hard. We've only got 2,000 mana, so I'm hoping that we're going to be able to protect against his Shaman and his Dark Priest. I feel like we're doing pretty good damage here. What is it? 18 mil versus 33 mil. Fellas, we're winning. So we've got to protect against this Dark Priest. It didn't hit anything important. Assassin did not hit our Knight Statue. Thank the good golly Rush Royale gods. So I think we're kind of okay. We're taking things out quicker than him. The bosses are continuously being having more HP than our bosses. His bosses are healthier than our bosses, so that's good. We're continuing to scrap here. We've got Kitsune, Warlock, and Virus. 15 seconds. We're trying to get one more Scrapper upgrade just to get one other thing increase. There we go. Rank 4 Sharpshooter in the corner there. Not super important. But let's see how we do. 5 seconds. We're taking things out better than him. We're all the way down, dude. 18 mil versus 27 mil. Pretty good. Kitsune didn't trigger. He still took out Kitsune before us. So this is what's crazy about Demon Hunter, is that each of those bosses were beefier than ours were, but he took those out far quicker. So even though we're handling the waves better, he's still not taking bosses out at the same time as me, far quicker than I am, with about double the HP on those bosses. My one of my Inquises got hit by a lion. Maybe I didn't notice. I didn't spam anything. You can see another 10 stack on that Sharpshooter at the top from a sword. I guess that's possible because it's just been there a little while, but I'm still really surprised, right? Remember, that Sharpshooter only came when something got hit by... My Inquis got hit by something. I forget what it was. But 97 mil versus what? 108? And he takes out Bedlam, and we do not. 97 versus 108. He takes his out. We don't take ours out. That's the end of the game. That's a GG. So, this isn't really the point of the video, but the fact that we're handling waves better, getting our bosses down below our opponent, but then he's taking things out quicker than I'm taking things out, to me, isn't right. That seems really odd, right? If I'm going to be taking things out and handling my board better than my opponent, but then my opponent is still able to just do more damage against bosses, what is it that Demon Hunter is doing that's taking out bosses so much quicker than I am? That should be the determining factor. If you can't handle the waves as well as your opponent, the boss's HP should determine the outcome of that game. The boss's HP being more than your opponent's should be a massive indicator of who's going to win that game. Unfortunately, in this game, it was not. So what did we end up getting to? I'm going to try and see. I'm going to get a split second at this screen. So we both did 1 billion damage, 1.5 billion damage. It didn't show. It didn't show. Let me back out of here. What did we end up getting to in that Knight Statue? Maybe a 20 stack? Maybe a 20 stack? Kind of interesting, right? I feel like the shield was worthwhile, but then I started wondering, maybe I should go away from the shield, which to me was a no-brainer. Put the shield on Knight Statue. Massively helpful. But let's try and go into the roll call talent. Take away that shield. And the roll call talent is exclusively to boost the stack of Knight Statues. So let's jump into that game right here and see what that one looks like. Second game underway. We're still staying with surprise. 3,500 crit. Max level Tesla. Oliver's making some noise. I don't know if you could hear him. Decent equipment. Nothing too crazy. I don't even know if we looked at the equipment on the other game. But in this deck, we're going to be rocking Chemist rather than Sharpshooter for pretty much the reasons that I outlined in that last video, or in that last game, I guess. Because it just didn't seem like it was making a difference. We lost because we couldn't take out bosses quick enough, right? Even with that stun. I mean, he had Zeus, so he didn't even have protection on his Demon Hunters. Still super bizarre to me, that game. But you know what? If we're having trouble taking out bosses, I'm still trying to go away from Pretzel. I'm just staying away from it. Let's go with Chemist and see if that can overturn the damage deficit. But this time we're going up against Tesla. And of course, we're rocking with the same first talent on Knight Statue. But this time we're going Roll Call. So we've got when one Knight Statue gets a bonus damage charge, other statues have a 15% chance of receiving that bonus as well. Okay? So again, no shield, but this time we're going to have a possibility of increasing that stack more frequently, more easily, more efficiently, any term you want to use. And we're going to try our best, and you guys do it with me. We're going to try our best to keep track of how many times roll call triggers. Okay? So right now we know it hasn't triggered. Actually, it triggered right there. So it's triggered twice. 3 times right there. None of these really matter. I guess they do matter. It's actually triggered 3 times. That's why we've got a 4 and a 2. Okay, and actually the top left one triggered 1 time. 15%. Okay. I feel like that number should be increased, but I also feel like, I'll tell you right now, I feel like this roll call is better than shield. Roll call is better than shield, I'm telling you. So we're going to hit our J. Take out this Inquis. Tribunal. Okay. If I missed some, I apologize, but you guys tell me. So we're at 5. We're at 5 and 5. So even square here. Again, because it's surprise, we can't really merge units and get those extra stacks. So we could probably get to 30 pretty easily in a normal game. Maybe we'll try that out on the ladder in a future video, even though we've played around with it a little bit. I think every time we've run Knight Statue, though, we've pretty much used shield. And we're going to have to see. So right there, that one didn't trigger. Okay, but we do have a Knight Statue right there. And unfortunately, I think we're going to go away from that rank 5. That rank 1, 5 stack. Yeah, we just ate it with a scrapper. Because now we've got all of our Inquises on squares. Our rank 4 on the side there is on a J tile and a damage tile. We've got the one next to him on just a damage tile. And then our 2 rank 2 Inquises are both on J tiles, which I think is really solid. And we've got a 6 stack and a 2 stack. And that's the nice thing, is that the Knight Statues don't need to be next to each other, and they can still be helping each other out because of roll call. So 7 and 2, this board looks really nice. And another reason that I went Chemist over Pretzel and over Sharpshooter is because you only need one singular Chemist on your board, right? I don't need a whole bunch of them. So in theory, you can then merge more. You can have higher stacks on your Knight Statues, higher ranks on your Inquises. I was also trying to figure out a way that I could perhaps run this deck with, say, Harlequin rather than Chemist, because then we could copy out more Dryads, and if we use the left side of the first Knight Statue talent, then we could also be increasing, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff we could do. It'd be very interesting. I think Harlequin could be a fun card to play with this play style. I just haven't really figured out exactly what that would look like. But here we go. Right now, it's pretty self-explanatory. We're just kind of scrappering. I'm going to try and use my Dryads a little bit to at least rank towards Knight statues to increase that stack and then go away from it. And let's look at our opponent's board. Right now, clearly, he's just working on getting another Knight statue. There's a little rank up. That was pretty nice. Two rank 4s, a rank 3, and a rank 2 for us. He's got rank 3, rank 3, rank 3, and a rank 4. Now he's got a Knight statue right there, which is exactly what he wanted. And this is going to be a battle through and through, okay? Ranking those guys up. We're now at a 9 stack for our Knight statue. We do have a rank 2 scrapper. I think, I wonder if I keep harping on this, but if it wasn't surprise, I feel like the way to go is definitely just merge everything. All rank 1s, merge them on Knight statues, and then scrapper them away. Merge them on a Knight statue, scrapper them away. I think you're going to be able to get that stack pretty high, but I'm still curious what you guys think a high stack is. Because to me, 25 is probably pretty high, which I think is what we get to. We might get a little bit higher than that, but 25 is pretty good. He's now got a rank 4 statue down there. This is a very interesting board for our opponent. Is he going to merge out those Knight statues? I wonder. Because I feel like that 11 stack is very nice. Right there, roll call triggered again. It's funny. Playing this, I did not think roll call triggered all that often. Watching it back, it's actually triggering a pretty good amount. We've got a 6 and a 10. He's still got that rank 1 Knight statue. And which ones are he using? So he must be using roll call also. So he's using the exact same talents as me, which makes me wonder. So he is going to merge out those 2 rank 4s. He got a rank 5 pretzel, which is absolutely best case for him. A Tesla could have been fine, but he wouldn't have had a Knight statue to play it with. And Scrapper would have sucked. Dryad could have been interesting. Knight statue would have been miserable for him. So I think a pretzel is pretty good, even ground for him. And okay, we're at 7 and 10, so we had at least one trigger there that did not activate roll call. Okay, just keep on keeping track. Keep on keeping track here. 55 seconds until Gorgon. We've got our rank 3 chemist, which I think is probably the bare minimum that you would want. But with Scrapper in this deck, it's really not up to us, right? It's going to get ranked up just kind of here and there and whenever. Rank 4, rank 5. I feel like our units are still pretty low, and we're not dealing with any sort of debuffs from him. I guess stun. These guys stun, right? Yeah. Yeah, stun. So he does stun my board, but other than that, we're not dealing with a whole lot. 20 seconds. We're probably going to get one more scrapper. So right here, typically, easy decision. Merge out those 2 rank 1s. You can't do it. You can't do it in this game because you'll get a rank 3, pretty much anything. You get a rank 3 Inquiz or Knight statue, and it's pretty much GG's. So we're going to try really hard to get a bunch of Dryads on our board, at least 1 or 2 Dryads, so that once we merge out rank 1 units, scrappers or anything in general, we have Dryads to at least protect against something else. And this is a pretty good... I know the video is not supposed to talk about... Not that it's not supposed to, but... It wasn't the point of the video to talk about surprise. But if you guys see this clip, it's already going to be a day late, isn't it? You have to keep that in mind. Because if you're losing to merges randomly, that's why. Here's another opportunity to try and protect. We had 5 possible opportunities to protect that Inquiz, none of which were Inquizes. Weren't able to protect that rank 4. We're right back down to rank 3. But now we've got rank 1 scrappers, so we can actually protect pretty good here. So we're gonna merge out scrappers at some point, I'm assuming. There we go. It's just a rank 2, so not the end of the world. It also buffed that Knight statue. We've had at least 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5. That's 6 stacks for our Knight statues in a row. 6. That roll call did not trigger. So this is where I'm looking and going, is roll call really worth it? It was triggering pretty frequently in the beginning, but I think towards the end, the last few waves, haven't noticed it at all. We're at 14 and 8. We did have Dryads. I guess we got rid of our Dryads. Here's another opportunity. Okay, we got a scrapper right there that's gonna getting taken away from a lion. Not the end of the world. That's all good. Level up our Chemist to max. Why not? Bedlam and Virus. We just need... This is why I'm not doing anything. We've got 12 seconds. We need mana to try and protect against Virus. You guys know the drill. Not going to really care about Bedlam. My opponent is going to be absolutely fine. Not really worried about that. So we're just kind of prepared to spam and try and get rid of that Virus as soon as possible. Rank 4. What do we got? It was like 12 versus 13. He didn't take that out especially fast. Let's spam. We found an Inquiz. Boom! Finally. Gonna eat that. Gonna eat that. We do have a Dryad. Now we've got another Dryad, which is really great. I'm gonna merge that out. And now we can do rank 1 Scrappers. Oh, man, we got really bad lag spike right there. Okay. We're back, though. And notice, so we merged 2 rank 1 Chemists. Got a rank 3 Chemist, but because we had Dryads built up, we then ranked up one of our rank 2 Dryads, sorry, rank 2 Scrappers, and ate the rank 3 Chemist. Everybody follow that? Okay. We needed to do that. Okay, I guess a Chemist isn't super detrimental to have, but it's pointless to have another Chemist if we already have a rank 5 Chemist on our board. Okay, so it was really important that we had Dryads to level up our Scrapper to get rid of that rank 3 that was from the surprise of War Day. Okay, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. So he's got 9 mil left on his Tribunal. Let's see, 18 mil. He took it out before it hit. I'm astonished. I can't believe that he didn't take a hit from Tribunal right there. Really, really wild to me. We had 9 mil on our Tribunal. He had 18 mil on his. He still took it out before the hit. Just surprised. I digress. We've got a bunch of Dryads. We're trying to rank up everything towards Dryads, towards our Knight statues. Right there, roll call did trigger. We could have leveled up that Knight statue that was next to the rank 4. Tried to get a stack right there. We're at 21 stacks for our Knight statues, which again, I feel like is pretty solid. We got a rank 4 right there. Roll call did not trigger there. We're going to level up that rank 4 over there. Roll call might have triggered there, actually. 22 and 12. Kind of interesting. We're going to have to deal with Lion. This is where Shield would have helped. Okay. So, positives and negatives, fellas. Grandmaster, we're going to have to try and take out immediately. We did it. So did he. 17. There's a Virus, so we're actually just going to get rid of those Viruses. We're just going to merge those Dryads, which got rid of Virus, which was great. And now we're into the latter stages of this match, okay? This is where it really comes down to little tiny intricacies in the game, okay? If we can't handle this wave slightly as good as our opponent, we're probably going to lose. But you can see he's having all sorts of trouble. I guess it's because he's got Virus that he's trying to deal with. We're going to level up right there. We're going to level up right there. We're at 25 and 13. We're going to level up right there. 26 and 13. He's going to take a hit, but I don't think he's going to lose this wave. So we've got to deal with a Kitsune, a Grandmaster, and a Tamer. We've got 70 mil. He's got 200 mil. Kitsune, can we take out before it merges stuff? Yes, we can. Can we take out Grandmaster before it merges stuff? Yes, we can. And Tamer, that's all she wrote. GG's all around. GG's all around, I think. Maybe not. That was a pretty good Grandmaster for him. Yeah, he's got a rank 4 Knight statue that he can't get rid of. So we ended up getting to 26, 27 stacks on our Knight statue. Hit him with a good game. 3,500 crit. We ended up doing another 1.4, 1.3 billion damage. That seems to be where this deck pretty much caps out at, which is interesting because that first game we used Sharpshooter and the second game we used Chemist. But actually, if the game had kept going, we would have been able to exude more damage than that because we took out those 3 bosses and our board was absolutely fine. So if he had also handled those 3 bosses, we would have at least gone one more wave. But there we go. There we have it, okay? We definitely ended up getting more stacks with roll call. I think there was one instance in this game to where Shield would have been nice. I think our rank 6 Knight statue got hit by a Lion. That got us down to rank 5. This game, we weren't dealing with any Shaman. So that last game, it was more useful to have Shield in there. But genuinely, we've been dealing without a Shield with Knight statue for as long as Knight statue's been in the game. So I think if the priority is to get a high ranking stack on that Knight statue to just exude as much damage as possible, honestly, I think roll call is the way to go. Let me know what your facts, what your thoughts are on the matter. It took me an entire video to tell you that roll call, even though I'll probably put it in the thumbnail. Roll call, I think, is the better option. But fellas, that's going to be the end of this YouTube video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll check you guys out in tomorrow's video.